Hey guys, today I'll be answering this question. Someone asked that does documenting your daydreaming events help you? This is a very, very good question. Let's say you are daydreaming about some universe, and then once you snap out of it, you document it, all those things. This thing, it has two sides to it. But as I said, anything about a coping mechanism or something you want to try, if it's helping you with your addiction, as long as it's not dangerous in quotes, like something extreme, try it out, because it may work for someone else and may not work for you. So the best thing to do with these things is try. So if you are really documenting your daydreaming, let's say documenting today, I was here, in some sense it may give you a bit of self-awareness on what's really happening. And if you come to real life and then you are documenting it, it may also prevent you from overthinking, because something about the mind is the mind will always try to make associations with things. So when you come out of that daydream and then you document everything, it's like you are present now. Yes, you were daydreaming, but now while you are doing the documenting, because it's something you enjoy, you fully immerse yourself in the present moment. And when you immerse yourself in the thing you are doing, it means that you are fully present when you are doing that thing. And when you are fully present when you are doing that thing, it will mean that you will not be having a lot of intrusive thoughts. Hope that makes sense. Like you are documenting, yes, instead of documenting, which is writing down, instead of just walking. Because if you were not documenting, you will end up overthinking, like thinking this and that, thinking this means that. But when you just document it, it will lessen overthinking. Another thing which documenting may help you in is it may help you with identifying your triggers, because when you document your daydreaming, it will mean that you'll be knowing the time which happens. Like I daydreamed yesterday at 6 p.m. and my daydream was about this and this, this and this, and then after it took 4 hours and everything. So once you really write down about the daydreaming, even if you are referring to the daydreaming, the aspect of knowing how the time it started and the time it ended will give you that aspect of knowing, even when you're not ready to really face those triggers. Like you'll just know the triggers, the things which trigger your daydreaming, because some of the things which can help you really manage this thing is identifying triggers. Like just identifying the triggers so that you can maybe look for ways to manage the triggers. Another thing is the awareness of the time you're spending in that imaginary world. When you document, you may be saying to yourself, I just spent a few hours. But when you keep writing down, you might write, let's say, 10 pages of a daydreaming experience. Then the next day you write 10 pages, 20 pages. Then after a month you realize that you've written 40 pages, 100 pages. Then that in itself will mean that it will bring to your awareness the time you are wasting in your daydreaming. Because sometimes something about an addictive behavior is we don't really acknowledge how serious it is. But when we document it, it's the same thing as documenting let's say if I'm addicted to alcohol, I document the number of drinks I had or what happened that night. If I keep documenting it, I'll start recognizing patterns. Like I drank $1,000 this month, or $5,000 in a year. So that in itself will touch somewhere in you, telling you that hey, actually you are overindulging in this. So documenting it, writing about your experience in daydreaming can help you with awareness, identifying your triggers, and it can lessen your overthinking. So try it out. But as I said, try these things out for yourself. If it's having a negative connotation, drop it. But the thing is, it is not the ultimate solution. This is because when you document the daydream, you are documenting the daydream, you are documenting the illusion, and it is still something of your own imagination. So the time you are using to document, you may be spending an hour, 2 hours to document, you would have been using to improve something else in your real life. Because healing and overcoming this is in dealing with real life issues, not finding meaning in the contents of the daydream, but it's in dealing with your real life issues. So any hour, any minute spent analyzing the daydreaming is an hour lost in real life. So you've already lost the time in the imaginary world, let's say 2 hours, 4 hours a day, and then now you start using the next hour to analyze the daydream. You'll end up losing close to 6 hours in a day daydreaming and analyzing the contents of your daydreaming. It's better, the best way actually, if you want to try journaling, is to journal about your experiences in real life, like the emotions you are feeling right after that daydream and the emotions you are feeling before the daydreaming. Let's just bring it to your awareness, your feelings, your emotions, and your actions in real life. Because the more you bring these things to your awareness, you can at least take small steps to overcome them. Let's say if you document that actually today my homework was boring and then I daydream and then I could not do my homework, but last week I was able to do my homework because I was with this friend. You'll start to realize some patterns in your real life. And these patterns in real life are the things which will help you start taking that control back from that addictive behavior. So, documenting your daydreaming may work for you and may not also work, but it's also very, very deceptive because you are still documenting an illusion when you are still wasting time analyzing a daydream instead of dealing with your real life issues. Also, another thing I forgot, it's very, very seductive to document your daydream because it's it's like watching a movie. It's like watching a science fiction movie which you are the creator. Of course, you don't watch it every time. Let's say you're the one who created Star Wars. Of course, you don't watch every time, every time, every time, every time. So, and you'll want, and it will also give you this feeling you don't want to stop producing. Like, let's say you are the producer of Star Wars because you enjoy it, you will not want to stop producing it. So, the more you document and the more you even share in forums, it will trap you into this feeling of getting the satisfaction from that daydream or what you're writing about the daydream. And when you get satisfaction from it, it will be so addictive to the point that you cannot imagine yourself stopping it because it is now your identity. And when something becomes your identity, it becomes really, really hard to leave. So I would really advise, don't focus on documenting it. In fact, the best focus is take back control of it first. Document your real life. Journal about your real life. Deal with your real life issues. And then now, maybe you can now daydream wherever you want and then document it. But as I said, try all these practices. If it works for you, yes, but don't live in denial and just be honest with yourself. Hope you found that informative, guys. Feel free to share or ask questions with regards to this. And if you have any views or any other opinions, just share. I'll be glad to check them out. Until next time, have a nice day.